So I'll start topic 5. This same channel has topic 1, 2 and 3. You can create time and have a look at them. So computer networking is topic 5. I'll start with defining. So when asked what a computer network is, it's simply the interconnection of two or more computers. You do this interconnection so that you can share resources. You can share a printer in an office. 10 computers could be sharing one printer in an office or a cyber cafe. You could also be sharing CCTV cameras. You could be sharing a server. You could be sharing information. That means sending each other documents from one computer to another through a network cable. So that's why we do the networking of computers. It can also be said to be a way of interlinking computers through a telecommunication hardware, and they're also using software so that you can be able to share data and resources. So that's what you interlink. That's what we mean. We also have types of networks. We have local area network, which is commonly called LAN. We also have metropolitan area network, which is called MAN. And we also have a wide area network, which is WAN. These are the three types of networks. Let's start with the first one, local area network. This is a network that is privately owned, where you connect computers in a small geographical area like an office or a cyber cafe or a building. This is to a case where buildings are very close to each other. It's called a local area network, where you connect computers that are in the geographical area is very, very close to each other. It's what we call LAN. We also have Metropolitan area network, which is called MAN. This is where you interconnect computers within a geographical area that is kind of big, like a small city, an estate, a small town. It's called MAN. Connecting of computers within a geographic area within the size of a city or an estate. Then we also have a wide area network. This is now the interconnection of computers within a very large geographical area, like a country, a state. We call it WAN. It is simply the interconnection of several LANs within a big geographic area. So a LAN in this area, a LAN in this area, when they are all joined together, we call it a wide area network. As you can see in my drawing, this is one. This is a LAN, another LAN, another LAN, another LAN. When the many LANs are interconnected, we call it a wide area network of a country or a state. So why do we do networking? We do networking because of the following reasons. One is because we want to reduce the cost of buying hardware and doing maintenance and software. So you can reduce the cost by interconnecting computers and having the server, having the software that is shared by the others. We also interconnect computers because we want to collaborate in the office. People who are sharing information in the office, sharing documents, they will easily be able to communicate in real time. We also do networking because we want to transfer large sums of data between computers at high speed. It's best than to use a flash disk. You can interconnect computers and be in a position to send files, large files from one computer to another. Another reason we do networking is because there are processes we are doing in the office and we want to distribute them. Like our school, we have the accounts office, registrar's office, departments, procurement, stores. So these processes are best when you are operating with a software that has capabilities of serving people in different locations within the institute. So one could be doing data entry, the other one could be doing procurement, the other one could be doing accounts. That's what we call distributed processes. You also are able to communicate well with each other when computers are interconnected. This could be by messages, by email, by WhatsApp nowadays. So you can send files from one side to the other to your colleagues in another building using email or Outlook or whichever way, or even through a network. We also do the networking because we want to share printers, like I said earlier, share scanners, share routers, share CCTV cameras. All these are reasons as to why we do networking. One I've said here: resource sharing, communication, distributed processes, networking, transfer data, networking, so that you can also be in a position to have an admin who can be managing the resources in one central position. So when you network an office, you may need to have an administrator who is going to be managing the resources and be in a position to help situations that may arise from one side of the network to the other. So you also are able to network because you want to scale and accommodate growth in the company. You do it because the company is growing and the devices you need to be using are many, users are many. So you do networking to facilitate the idea of serving many clients at a given time. Those are the reasons as to why we do networking. We also have disadvantages of networking or limitations. Another name is challenges. One of the challenges is that it is costly to network. Another reason is cables may have issues, so you need to have someone who is doing maintenance. Another reason is a case of ethics, where employees are busy online doing their own personal stuff instead of working. So that's ethical challenges in offices. Another challenge is sometimes you may experience issues of delays in the network, and processes may take longer than you maybe wanted, and this delay time of processing may be because of very many people are requesting a service from the server. So sometimes you may stretch the RAM, and you may experience some slow response time by the system, which people say in the office the system isn't working. So yeah, we also have another challenge, which is over reliance on the network. That now means if the network has an issue, clients are told there is something wrong. They should wait or come the following day. That is because that office is over relying on the network. They don't have another way of handling clients. They don't have a manual way. So when systems are down, they are also paralyzed. So that's a challenge that we experience in networking. Another challenge is spread of terrorism. So you have cases where recruitment may happen online, illegal activities may be done online, drug trafficking may happen online. So that's also a challenge. Another challenge is moral or cultural issues, where some may be online because of bad intentions that can easily manipulate underage or bully people. So those are the challenges that one experiences when there is networking in an office. So I've said costly to install. Security issues is also another, where you may have hackers or unauthorized people who want to gain access into the network so that they can maybe damage or tamper with records. So security is also an issue. We even have cybersecurity issues. So companies are investing so much in cybersecurity because of the issue of people who want to manipulate figures and look for ways of how they can gain from the network. So we also have cables breaking, so you need to have maintenance as a way of handling these challenges. We also have moral or cultural effects, issues of drug trafficking and terrorism, over reliance on the network, like I have said, slow response time, like I have said. Another one is sometimes you may have issues where you are sharing a printer and maybe you are very many, and causing the printer to maybe experience challenges when the queue in the printouts is very long. And then the other one is ethics. Those are the limitations of networking. Something else we shall look at is topology. Topology is a very common term in networking. This is the physical or logical arrangement of computers within a network. How you arrange your computers within a network or an office or a laboratory is referred to as topology. This could be physical arrangement and also the logical, the software side of arrangement is what we mean. The software side of arrangement is what we call the logical topology. So the types of topologies are, like I've said, physical. It's more of the cabling, how you arrange your computers, how cables are interconnected is what we call physical topology. Logical topology is more of the non-physical features of the network. Is it wireless? Is it using Bluetooth? This something that is not tangible. Those features of a network that are not tangible are referred to as logical topology. Those are the two types of topologies. And then for physical, we will be looking at them into detail. So we can maybe start types of physical topology. So we have ring topology, star topology, mesh topology, bus topology, and hybrid. So I shall be explaining in a brief each of these topologies. So let's start with the star topology. So this star topology, as you can see in the diagram, it has a hub in the middle, then the nodes, which could be computers or the server or the printer, are interconnected to the hub. So it has a network hub or a concentrator that has the others now. Every gadget is connected to the hub. It's one of the most common. So this is what the managing of the network happens. So if a signal comes from here and is meant to go to this, it has to first pass through the central point, which is the hub. It's very, very common. Each will come to the hub, each signal, before it goes to the destination. We call it the hub or a concentrator. That is what we refer to as star topology, just as the diagram is showing. It's a symbol of the star, as you can see in my diagram. Then we have bus topology. So this, as you are seeing, has a main cable and all the nodes are connected to one main cable. So the computers, the printers, the servers, all the nodes are connected to one main cable from one end to the other end of the office or an home, so company. So yeah, that's what we mean by an institute, a cyber cafe. So these are cases where it's a style of interconnecting cables where you have the main cable. That's what we refer to as bus topology. And then we have the next one is ring topology. So just as we are seeing, it has the nodes resembling a ring around the office, around the cyber cafe, around the home, around the organization, around an open office. So it could be an office. So you have a logical ring, meaning that data travels in a circular fashion from one computer to another. So all the nodes are interconnected into into a case where it's following like a circular around the office or around the cyber cafe. It's a type of ring topology. Another type of topology is hybrid. Hybrid is more of interconnecting of two topologies. So you combine two topologies and create one. So we call it hybrid. So hybrid topology, like the example I'm having here, it's interconnecting bus. This is the main cable bus. So up to this being here, it's like a bus. And then this by itself, this section, this is a star. This is another star, because these ones are connected to a hub. This is also another hub. This section by itself, this is a star section. So this is also very common. You may find this could be a department that has star, another department that also has star, another department that also has star, and then they are all sharing maybe one server. So there is a main cable which is now bus, and then several stars are interconnected into one main bus. It's also very common nowadays. So you consist of two cases, two characteristics of topology in one. Then we have a mesh topology. This mesh topology is more of interconnecting computers into a case where each must have a direct connection to every other cable, every other node. So each node must have a direct cable going to every other computer. If it's a computer, this one, it has a cable connecting to this, 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 and a cable connect. Each has. So if these ones are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then each must have 5 direct cables to each that is connected in the network. So like this is being one, it will have cable 1, cable 2, cable 3, cable 4, cable 5. So the only case to this one is that you may have so many cables in the office. If you don't arrange them well, it may be very hectic when it comes to organizing your cabling. So it's referred to as mesh topology. So if this one wants to send any information or receive, it has direct connection to the other and any other. That's what, if the nodes are 10, then each will have 9 cables protruding from it. It's called mesh topology. Those are the topology types that are common. Something else we'll look at is how you do the cabling and the cables you use. So majority of the networks today are connected with some wiring type, and this is what we want to look at. So this cable you choose will depend with what you're also dealing with. Is it fast? Is it normal speed? Does it involve very sensitive information? Does it involve large sums of data? So those are some of the reasons as to why you decide you will use this cable over the other. So there are 3 main cables. We have the coaxial cable, we have the twisted pair cable, and the fiber optic cable. I shall explain each in brief. These are the 3 most common cables that are used in networking. So coaxial cable it's a very common cable. It almost looks like the cable for aerial, for TV. It's widely used for transmitting radio frequencies, signals of a large area or a large location. So it's a type of electrical cable that is also widely used for transmitting what I have said, radio frequencies. It appears like the one for the TV, which has this, and it has this one. It has the outer coating and the inner core, the like. It's called the coaxial cable. Then we have the twisted pair. This is the most common the most common cable in networking in offices. It's also for electrical cable consisting of pairs. There are two types. There's one that is insulated, and which is called like this one. It has some sealing, some insulation on the inside, and it has a connector on both sides, mostly RJ45 cables. It's an insulated copper wires twisted together with colors, so the networking technician knows how to arrange this wiring and know what is needed where and how you put the RJ45 terminators on both ends of the cable. Routers will mostly use this, the RJ45 to interconnect and the switch. So these are the most common cables, even the ones we use here in the office. That connects. A router is a device that connects multiple computer networks together so that packets can be sent between one device to the other. The packets is now data between one end to the other. So like this drawing here, this picture, this one is not shielded, this one is shielded. So each the shielded one is more better in reducing noise and being in a position to transfer data better than this one. That's the twisted pair. Then we have the other one, the other cable, which is fiber optic cable. It's also a cable used for transmitting data, but this works with light. So it's made of glass or plastic fibers that are straight, that are strapped, so it transmits data. One of the fastest ways of transmitting data is through light. Through light pulses. So those are the cables. Like I said earlier, coaxial cable, twisted pair, which could be shielded or unshielded, like you're seeing in the drawing. Then we have the fiber optic cable. Those are the three types of cables that are commonly used in networking. That's all for this introduction to computer networking. I shall be posting more topics in the digital literacy and ICT. Thank you very much.